just dropped that down, got smoked instantly. Another big one. Another big one. Ooh. Alright guys, we have made it. Hoping the chironomid bite is still going strong. Was here about a week ago with my wife Tammy. Kind of explored the lake for the first time in 20 years. And the fish were pretty cooperative for a couple hours I was out. So anyway, got 2 lines, got my fast sinking line with a black and red chironomid on it, and then my floating line with an indicator. Gonna try a chromie to get started and let the fish dictate what they want. Mosquitoes are pretty bad here, so I got to get the bug dope on pretty quick. So see you on the water. Wasn't sure if there's turtles in this lake, but might have a turtle straight ahead on that log. See if we can sneak over there without scaring him and get a good look. Big painted turtle. Alright guys, I'm not sure if he's still behind me, but there's a painted turtle right there. I'm literally I could reach out and touch him right now. He seems pretty content just to kind of hang out there. That's probably the biggest painted turtle I've seen in a long time. But anyway, we'll leave him be. Try not to disturb him. I don't know how I'm going to back out of here without scaring him, but I'll do my best. Success, we managed to pull away from that beaver hut and that log without spooking him. Alright, let's go. Literally was in the water for 30 seconds and I caught a fish. I was just second guessing that maybe it's too calm and too sunny to be fishing this shallow, but obviously that's not the case. Decent sized fish too. Stay away from that anchor line. A nice looking fish. He just hammered that. There we go. Fish number 1. Less than 30 seconds in. Okay. Fish number 1. On. That's the crony right there. Just a chromie with a red piece of flashaboo sticking off the end. Olive thorax. So what I did was I pinched my forceps to my chironomid to measure the depth, and then reeled up about a foot and set my indicator so the fly is literally a foot off bottom. So set that again. Just a quick strike, quick release bobber. Get back out there. Fish number 2. Another 30 seconds after I cast. Boom, bobber down. Definitely didn't need a 20-foot leader today. It's making casting difficult, so I might shorten that up pretty quick. We'll see. Don't necessarily have to cast too far. Oh, it's going for a run. Smaller fish. Much smaller fish. Right in the tip of the snout. Nice, looking good now. There it goes. Alright guys, so I got a type 6 sinking line with a chironomid tied straight on it. I got fish biting me here. Just gonna leave that in the rod holder. Tried fishing with 2 floating lines and indicators last time and that got a little hairy. Oh my god, instantly again. Just move spots. Put down the fast sinking line, cast it out the indicator, look down at the weeds, and boom, this fish hit. Crazy. Couple good runs. Some big air. There we go. Another skinny one. Alright. Let this little skinny guy go. The hook popped out on its own. Boom, gone. Oh, he's coming right at me. I just cast it into the shallows. Boom. 10 seconds after. Fish on. They're cruising really shallow. Loving the chromie too. Yeah, I saw a fish rise out here in the deeper water. Cast it over to that. Nothing. Saw that it comes right up here to like probably less than 6 feet of water, and boom. 10-15 seconds after the cast, fish on. They're hooking themselves today, which is nice. Not even a big fish, but man, he's scrappy. Super scrappy. There we go. Sweet. Fish on. Just saw that fish rise about 4 feet away from my bobber. Gave it one strip and boom. Coming at me. Get him on the reel here quick. He doesn't know he's hooked yet. He's gonna freak out here pretty quick. There he goes. Pretty quick battle. Not a giant, but still fun. Oh, this hook popped out. That one go. Gone. Alright guys, the bite is on. There's fish rising everywhere along this shoal on this island. Both sides of me. I've missed 2 on the sinking line. Fish just cruising by. I just missed one and then hooked this guy immediately after. Screamer. They got so much energy. I haven't caught anything over 13-14 inches. Whoa. Whoa. I think he's got me in the weeds. Yeah, he's not very big. Nice thing about these barbless hooks is they don't get caught in the mesh. Alright, this guy's recovered in the net. There he goes. Fish on the dead stick. Sinking line down there about 8-9 feet below the boat. Boom. I've missed 2 others. Just couldn't get the one rod down and this rod in my hand quick enough. Ooh, he took me right in the weeds. What's a bigger fish? Darker too. Darky. Got him. Might be the biggest one of the day. Thinking. Got that one on the black and silver chironomid. Not quite a chromie, but pretty flashy. I'm just gonna get a quick throat sample on this guy. Oh, we're eating chironomids. Oh yeah, he's got some food in him. Let this guy go. Probably about a 15 or 16 incher. Gone. Yeah, that guy was eating. Look at the chironomids in there. Loaded. You can see some of them have turned kind of that chromey color getting near the surface, so This one's hatching right here in the jar. Hatching right there in front of us. Very cool. Two of them hatching. There's another one right beside them. That's awesome. Just a quick update. Fish are still rising all around me. Hooked into 3 fish on the sinking line. Kind of really liking this setup actually. Keep things kind of tidy. Rather than having 2 strike indicators out there and floating line and all that where the fish can crisscross easily. This is straight down, so I can cast wherever I want with my strike indicator set up. And this is hooking fish for sure. And they're not shy of the kayak. I mean, I've only got it like 5 to 8 feet below the kayak and they're grabbing it right here. So something to keep in mind if you have like a rod holder on your kayak, or you want to use 2 rods on the lake, obviously, by yourself. I don't mind the single anchor setup either. It's swinging me around, giving me new opportunities to cast in new areas. There's fish rising all around me, so it's not like there's one specific spot that's the hot spot. Another fish over there. So anywhere around me is a good spot to fish. Anyway, that's my update. Fish on. Just dropped the sinking line down about 10 feet. Picked up the floating line, gave it 2 strips, and boom. When it's class clom, it's good to give it a little bit of motion once in a while. Oh, this guy's beat up. Oh, popped off. Good. The little guy. On the sinking line. Nice. Scrapper. Ooh, bigger fish. The bigger ones seem to be down a little deeper. Ooh. That's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. Got him. There we go. So that's my homemade creation. Black and silver crawny with a little bit of green flashaboo off the tail end. That's 5 that have hit that now. Just dead sticking it straight below the boat. Alright, let that big brute go. It's recovered in the net. Tried to get a stomach sample, but I didn't see anything come up the tube. I just dropped that down, got smoked instantly. Another big one. Another big one. Another big fish. Big for this lake anyway. Another angry fish. Wow, lots of energy. That's a pretty fish. Not surprisingly, the ones that are down deep are darker. Get in here, big guy. Got you that time. Alright, this big brute put on a good fight. He's recovered in the net, so we're going to let him go. He's got his teeth caught in the mesh. There you go. Come on, buddy. There sick. That's 2 deep fish in a row down there about, oh, if I had to guess, 10 to 12 feet down. Again, just a sinking line in the rod holder, just vertical right beside the boat. So, keeping the lines nice and tidy, not getting 2 floating lines tangled, and catching fish. That's the 6th or 7th fish that's hit that. Anywhere from 5 to 12 feet below the boat, so working well. See if we can get another one. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. I had a blast filming it. Figured out the lake a little more than last time. Tried a few different spots and caught fish at all of them. So chironomid bite is still hot. Size 14s seem to be the most abundant. And the ones in that stomach pump, or that throat sample I took, had silver, and basically black and silver. So anyway, thanks again for the view to the end, and we'll see you on the next one.